Hello, ladies and gentlemen, loyal Imperial citizens and rebel scum alike. Welcome to another Liam Maiden gameplay video. Back with more Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes today, where it's time to go over and check out the new marquee event that just dropped the other day. I'm a little late with this one, but we're going to work through it because the second sister has been added to the holotables through her Ruthless Efficiency marquee event. Now, I'm really excited about this because, as many of you will have noticed when they dropped the infographic on her the other day, she does include the Inquisitor tag, which indicates, I guess, that they're going to be introducing more Inquisitor characters to the game. Super excited about that. The first of many, hopefully, so let's head on over and take a look at her event. So, looks like it's going to be a kind of standard unlock tier event, so we're probably going to have 5 tiers. Yep, then a bonus tier and a legacy tier, which is going to need, you're going to need to invest in the character in order to operate that, open that final tier rather. So let's just start off with tier 1 as we work through these today. So, looks like we get Second Sister, Stormtrooper, and IPD, Imperial Probe Droid here. So Much Fear applies stacks of Purge to her enemies. Okay, hopefully that'll make sense as we move through this character here. Looks like a pretty good model. Let's give it a go. Let's see what she's got. All right, here we go. Tenacious and cunning, this servant of the Empire will stop at nothing to see the last Jedi purged from the galaxy. I'm pleased to say that Second Sister, an Inquisitor for the Empire, has arrived at the holotables, you and me both. Second Sister's basic ability, So Much Fear, deals special damage and has a chance to inflict a stack of Purge on her target. If the target is a Jedi, you get a second stack of Purge that cannot be resisted. Purge is a new debuff that stacks up to 6 times. These stacks are consumed by the Inquisitor's abilities for extra damage. Okay, so let's take the speed down here and take a look at this basic and see if we can land some Purge on Eve Koth. Boom, there we go, 2 stacks of Purge. Pretty nice. So we're back to Inquisitor again. Boom, boom, 3 stacks. Awesome. So she's definitely landing those easily. I'll probably take the speed back up now as we start using some of these other toons here. That's a nice little simple basic attack. So I'm going to do what I normally do, which is basically only use the abilities as they're introduced. So even though we're landing that Purge, it looks like you've got to use some of her other abilities to really take advantage of it. We're not going to do that this time around. We're just going to stick to the basic and wait for them to introduce the other abilities as we move up through the tiers. So you want to do the basic attack first, which makes sense, right, to land Purge, and then I guess we're going to learn how to take advantage of that as we continue moving through here. But very successful at landing these Purge debuffs here on. I mean, I guess these were 3 Jedi enemies, so she's kind of geared to do that, but yeah. Boom, come on, Plo Koon. Too little too late, my friend. Boom. Taken out by a Stormtrooper. Embarrassing. Well, there we go. First 10 shards of Second Sister in the bag. Yes, she's going to be a 2-star unlock. Take her up to 3 stars if you complete all the tiers, the numbered tiers here in this unlock. If you want to go higher than that, you'll have to pay moolah. Okay, so let's move on to tier 2. So it looks like we get Second Sister, Stormtrooper, Range Trooper, IPD, and Death Trooper. Strategy tips. Unlock the full potential of Shall I End This by attacking enemies with at least 1 stack of Purge. So for demonstrative purposes, they've given a stack of Purge to our enemies at the beginning of the encounter. There we go. So this should show us, you know, why we're kind of bothering to land that debuff on the enemies there, why we're attacking with the basic first as we enjoy the damage on this second ability. So Shall I End This deals special damage. It's got extra defense, penetration, and gains increased critical chance and critical damage. Awesome. Okay, so it sounds like a pretty decent ability if you've got those stacks of Purge there. So let's check this out. Let's take the speed down and give it a go. Let's stick with Barasofi and see what we do here in terms of damage. Boom. Okay. I mean, 41,000 did take all of her protection off. That wasn't an amazing attack. I was hoping it would kind of delete her, but I guess she only had 1 stack of Purge there, and that was a pretty cool animation. I liked it. I really have got to say I do love the Inquisitor's lightsaber. Boom. Okay, that was actually a ton of damage right there. And she's got 2 stacks of Purge on her. Maybe we can take advantage of those with the Inquisitor a little bit later on. Have to see how we do. Got some taunt up there. Yeah, I don't wanna take Varys out just yet. Okay, 3 stacks. So we've got 3 stacks on her now. Oh, she's super low health. Actually, let's see. So she's got 3 stacks on her. Let's see how much damage this second ability does with no purge. Hardly any at all is the answer. Okay, bye-bye, Barris. So you really need, looks like you really need those stacks of purge before you use that second ability. Shall I end this? It's just not worth it unless you've got some stacks of purge on there. At least that's what it looked like to me with Shakti just there. We hardly took out any of her protection. Okay, so now we've got some purge on her. See if we can take advantage of this at some point. Oh, she just cleansed herself. That is annoying. I forgot that Shakti can do that. Okay. Oh no, I put death mark. Okay. Man. Should have paid more attention. So I accidentally put death mark on Echo there. That's a shame. Okay, now we can take out Shakti. Come on. Boom, there we go, deleted. Okay, that did I should have slowed that down there to see exactly how much damage that did, but that looked like a lot. Boom. There we go, tier 2 down. Another 10 shards in the bag. Okay, so almost at the unlock here as we thunder along into tier 3. So second sister, Stormtrooper, Magma Trooper, IPD, and Colonel Stark this time. Interesting. Okay, use Can't Run Forever against enemies with multiple stacks of purge to stun and remove turn meter from second sister's target while gaining second sister additional turn meter. For demonstrative purposes, okay, so enemies have been given 5 stacks of purge at the beginning of this encounter, so we can see how much damage this ability does when someone's fully stacked up on purge. Sweet. Looking forward to this. Okay, second sister ability, Can't Run Forever, deals special damage to target enemy and consumes up to 5 stacks of purge, removing turn meter per stack. 20% per stack, okay, so you can remove all of their turn meter. I see, and then she gets 10% speed per stack removed, so you could give second sister 50% turn meter and completely remove turn meter from the enemy with this ability. That's pretty cool. If any stacks of purge are consumed, this ability has a chance to inflict stun. Excellent. Perfect. This seems pretty cool. Let's give it. Oh, so unfortunately Baze has got taunt up, so we're just going to try it on Baze. Boom. Okay. Removed his turn meter, stunned him, damaged him, and she got, second sister got a bunch of turn meter from that too. Okay. So, not awesome. I would have liked it if it did a little bit more damage, but you know what? That's a nice stun right at the beginning there. It would be really nice if it cleared that, that taunt from him there. That'd be kind of sweet. Maybe we can do that with the boom. Thank you, probe droid. Let's see if we can. Oh, nice. I was just going to try and land some purge there, but I completely deleted that Jedi. I like that a lot. Was I'm a Gundai? I didn't even see that. Well, he definitely died. Okay, so we're landing purge when we're attacking Jedi, but not when we're attacking non-Jedis. That's, ooh, boom. Okay, well that wasn't amazing damage. But that's good. So she really is tailored. Second sister really is tailored, which makes sense that she's tailored toward Jedi. But she's not as effective here against these rebel characters. But that's okay. Actually, I wonder what this ability does, this Can't Run Forever ability does if there's no purge on a character. So actually, let's try this against Baze right now. Not a Jedi, and no purge on him, and let's see what it does. So, not an awful lot. So, okay. Interesting. So this is one of these characters that a toon, you don't often see this, I guess. You really need to do this in order, right? If you're using, you really need to start with that first ability to land the stacks of purge, and then you're going to use either of the 2 specials, especially ultimate, in order to take advantage of it. Boom. Okay, 57,000. That deleted her there. That was nice. If you do them, you know, the other way around, if you open up with the ultimate, boom. Or you're targeting non-Jedi characters, she's really just not as effective. Interesting. So we've got the 2-star unlock now as we move on to tier 4. Let's take a look. So Second Sister Stormtrooper, Moff Gideon, they're really loving the Imperial Probe Droid today, and Death Trooper. Okay. So let's check strategy. With everyone as expendable, Second Sister grows stronger as our enemies or Empire allies are defeated. Okay. So I think we've been seeing this earlier, right? Where I was starting out with some of these abilities, then suddenly at the end I was able to delete that Jedi. I don't think that was because of the single stack of Purge. That must have been she was growing more powerful as enemies were deleted. Okay, that makes the character a little more attractive. So everyone expendable grants her permanent buffs whenever an enemy or Empire ally is defeated. She also gains additional critical damage and special abilities can't be evaded. Okay. So I guess what we want to do is, well, there's only one Jedi here, so I guess we'll open up on Obi-Wan and try and get some stacks of Purge going there. Well, in some ways I guess it doesn't make sense to kill Obi-Wan first, because he's going to give those buffs then to everybody else. That's fine. So yeah, I don't know, be really interested to hear what you think of... Okay, there we go. So that stunned him. That was pretty sweet. Be really interested to hear what you think of Second Sister down below, because she really does seem like quite a specific character so far, right? She's only really good or super effective against Jedi characters, and I think we're actually really seeing that here. She's not always landing, for example, the Purge on Rebel characters. She's only consistently landing it on the Jedi characters, where it seems to be an awful lot more effective. Now, obviously, that does fit with the character. She's an Inquisitor, so she's looking for Force-sensitive individuals, Jedi in particular, but it does mean she's kind of very specialized within game. I think I want to take out Biggs here, just to stop him from calling in assists from anyone. Boom, there we go. Maybe I'll save Obi-Wan till last, or toward the end, depending on whatever I decide to do with the droids. Got to remind myself of Moff Gideon's abilities here, because I don't really use him, which I know is tragic. He's an awesome toon. But yeah, be interested to hear what you guys think, because she seems to be a very specific toon with very specific targets that one would use her for, and these abilities. I can't think of another toon where the abilities are, I mean, maybe Galactic Legends, right? In terms of like Sith Eternal, for example, the Galactic Legend I have most experience with. You really need to do those in order, because you're building up the charge for his ultimate, right? So you want to try and get deceived, and you want to link people to gain that charge. Otherwise, you know, you don't really get the full benefit of those abilities. I guess that's a similar thing that we're seeing here with Second Sister, right? Did she even land? Yeah, so there's no Purge on Luke Skywalker at all, on Farm Boy Luke rather, and we've hit him so many times here. So, oh, I didn't realize I had dazed or confused, whatever it is, on the Stormtrooper there. So we didn't get that buff. That's fine. But yeah, I think, you know, Second Sister, it's really interesting so far. Interesting, not necessarily in a completely bad way, but also not in an awesome way. There's something about her I feel like you could easily get stuck, right? Where by the time you've got the stacks of Purge, your ultimate ability's on cooldown because you kind of used it early, or, you know, you accidentally end up using an ultimate or special ability when you don't have the stacks of Purge, and then it's just not worth anything. It's really kind of abilities you have to use later on in the fight, which isn't a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. I think it's got... Boom! So she deleted old Ben right there. Might lose Stormtrooper in a second. I think actually we can get rid of R2 here easily. But anyway, very specific abilities, specific way to use them. We don't generally see that much in this game. So again, not saying it's a bad thing. It's just very, very different. And right now I'm not immediately thinking, wow, Second Sister's an awesome toon, I really need her. Maybe when more Inquisitors come out, we'll have to see. But she's still very interesting, very interesting. Boom. There we go. Tier 4 in the bed. That is tier 4, right? I've kind of lost count here. Is that tier 4 or tier 3? Tier 4. It was tier 4. So here we go. On to tier 5 to be the last tier to give us shards. Okay, Second Sister Death Trooper Vader, Piet, and Thrawn. Okay, so bringing out the big guns for tier 5. I like it. Strategy tips. They will never be victorious. Second Sister and Empire allies gain increased offense, and Inquisitorious allies gain more chances to inflict Purge. Okay, while in territory wars with Omicron active, Second Sister prevents all health and protection recovery from Jedi unique abilities, and inflicts all enemies with stacks of 2 Purge at the beginning of the encounter. And this is being simulated as if it's in territory wars. Well, here you go. So I was just saying, you know, this character, something seemed a little off about her, I think, is what I was getting looking at in the last tier. So this is it. So she's specialized, not only anti-Jedi, and you have to be very special in terms of how you use her abilities, very careful rather, but also specialized toward territory wars and that Omicron, and having allies with the Inquisitorious tag. So obviously they're going to be introducing more Inquisitors into the game, which is awesome, and I think maybe that's where she's going to shine. It seems like she's just not quite there yet. Okay, so second Sis grants Empire and Inquisitorious allies increased offense. Other Inquisitorial allies have greater chance to inflict Purge. When fully upgraded in territory wars, all enemies start with two stacks of Purge at the beginning of the battle. And yeah, the Jedis can't recover health or protection. That is pretty sweet. So is that going to stop Jolee from being able to revive people? And is it going to stop Revan, that free revive that you get with Revan there? This will be interesting to see. So I think I'm going to try and get my full 5 stacks of Purge on someone, and obviously got to start with Jolee, right? Jolee Bindo, if this is the squad you're going against, because you don't want him reviving people. That is, of course, assuming, as I say, that he can revive people with this debuff on him. Boom! So now we've got the full 5 stacks on Jolee. Awesome. So I hope this doesn't kill him. I hope that we get the free revive so that I can then... Okay, so he's still in the game. Perfect. Oh, that was too much. Okay, that was a misplay. I really wanted to get someone with... Maybe we can hit someone else with full stacks of Purge here. And maybe we're just cutting through this group too easily with the big guns here that they've brought out. But I guess that does answer the question, because they didn't get that free revive. Oh, we still haven't landed any Purge on Bastila. Interesting. Nice stun on Grandmaster Yoda, although I guess maybe they just didn't have that Revan there didn't have that Zeta ability on him, because they do seem to be pretty weak toons they've set us up against, which is pretty normal for these marquee unlocks. They don't want to make it too difficult. Take her out. Boom! There we go. Second sister purging the Jedi from the galaxy, and that's our final 10 shards. There we go, 50 shards. So that's 3 stars. If you want to go higher than that, you are going to have to pay. Boom. So let's take a look at this bonus tier here. Okay, so second sister, use your newfound knowledge and begin the Jedi Purge. Okay, let's do this. Let's give this a go. I have to say, based on that last tier, she's way more effective. Going to be way more effective in territory wars and with that Omicron ability. So let's check this here. Is it? Yeah, so it's Empire and Inquisitorious allies. So let's throw Empire in here. I don't want to make it too OP, so I think I'm going to avoid Vader and Palpatine. I think I'm actually going to go Piat. Yeah, let's do some Imperial Trooper, and then let's throw in Royal Guard. Randomly, let's throw in Royal Guard, and let's see how we do. If for whatever reason they have actually given us decent enemies to go against, and this doesn't quite cut it, I will sub other people in, but let's see how we do here. Phoenix. Okay, Phoenix and Fulcrum Ahsoka. Let's do this. Let's see if we can land some Purge on our Jedi. Got to remember, of course, that the second sister, she's going to be getting more effective as the battle continues, and as we start to trim the enemy ranks, or indeed, if we suffer any defeats on our side as well, she's actually going to get more powerful. So that'll be something to kind of watch out for. So for once, I don't mind that Kanan is taunting, because I kind of want us to focus on him so that we can land that that Purge on Kanan and Ezra are going to be the two, boom, the 2 Jedi here. Of course, I believe that Fulcrum, Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum, I think she's just got the unaligned tag, which would be right, because she's not a Jedi at this point. So 3 stacks, still got nothing on Ezra. Okay, 4 stacks on Kanan. I love it. So it's interesting. It does mean that I'm kind of stringing out some of these battles a little longer, maybe, than I otherwise may do, just to try and get these stacks of Purge. I kind of hope it's worth it. Okay, bye-bye Ezra. Boom! 5 stacks on Kanan. Okay, so I've just gotta hope that Kanan, no one cleanses Kanan. He doesn't cleanse himself, and then we can. Okay, let's do this. Ooh, okay. So that really, it's the turn meter gain that you're getting there. That does not do a ton of damage. In terms of deleting him, I would have been better going with that second ability there instead of the third. The third is really the stun and the turn meter switch. Not switch, but the turn gets rid of the enemy turn meter and gains second sister turn meter. So was it worth it? Was it worth building up all those stacks of purge for that? I don't know. Maybe that was a misplay. Maybe that was a misplay. But I don't know. I guess in some situations it would be. In that particular situation, I'm not sure it was worth it. But you know what? I'll take it. Bonus tier in the bag. Well, there you go. This legacy tier here, let's double check, but I'm pretty sure you're going to need... Oh, cool. So you get a little portrait there, some Omegas, and the Inquisitor title. That is pretty cool. Omicrons, not Omegas, rather. But you need a 5-star character, so you would need to pay. You need to pay to get her up to 5-star if you want to do that legacy tier. That's as far as we go today, but let's head on over and unlock her so we can take a look at the model. Boom, looking pretty cool there. I really love that lightsaber. Really love it a lot. Boom. That is a cool model, a nice stance. Those really crisp cloaks that they have in Galaxy of Heroes, there's no movement on them at all. They must have been nicely starched. Very, very stiff cloaks here. Stiff cloaks in the Empire. I like it, though. That is a cool model. I really, really do love that lightsaber design. Boom, there she is at 3 stars. Love it. So this is quite a nice model. It doesn't look like we have a fidget, unfortunately. You know how fond I am of fidgets, but it's still pretty cool. And I just can't get over that lightsaber design. It's very awesome. It's a shame it doesn't spin the way we kind of saw them do in Rebels, but I like it. It's cool. And let's take a quick look at some of these tags at the top here. So the Inquisitorius tag, I don't think they've added that to anyone. No, so there's no one else. I didn't know if they'd added it to anyone else in the game, but that wouldn't make sense. So I mean, we're definitely going to get more Inquisitorius characters in the game after that unlock event. And then of course the unaligned Force user. Yeah, we've got a ton of unaligned Force users now. That's very, very cool. I guess, again, it makes sense to have Second Sister in that category because she's not quite a Sith, even though she is working for the Empire. So that makes sense. And yeah, I'm really excited for them to add more in. And as I said, I think this is a character that maybe a little underwhelming is my first impression from this unlock here, but I think she will come into her own when people start using her in territory wars with that Omicron ability, and of course when we have more Inquisitor characters in the game. But a little underwhelming as she stands now. That's just my take. Let me know what you think down below. Always interested in hearing your thoughts and comments. Do let me know. Be really excited to hear them. What do you think of them adding this kind of content to the game? Are there any particular characters or any particular area of the Star Wars universe or lore that you would like to see reflected on the holotables? Again, let me know in the comments down below. Well, that is all from me today. Thank you for being a part of this journey. If you have enjoyed this video, found it informative or entertaining in any way, please consider giving it a like, a thumbs up down below. I really do appreciate it, and it helps out the channel. And hey, while you're here, why not consider subscribing? I drop new gameplay videos for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and Marvel Strike Force every single week, and I would love to have you along for the ride. That is all from me today. I'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, look after each other, and remember, the Force will be with you always.